Hey guys, welcome to JayWalk Media. This is Matt Miller, and watch Kristen Hawkins from Students for Life absolutely dismantle this so-called pro-choice Christian pastor. Watch how she takes this guy's argument down and makes him realize that he's on the wrong side of the ideological debate.
You believe that there is right and wrong for some things, right? Do you believe that?
I believe that morality is obviously something personal, that I have my own moral code that I believe inside of myself. Mm-hmm. I believe that morality, societally speaking, and I think that history shows this very clearly, is that morality is relative.
Wow.
What history shows, you said?
Yeah, the ways that we have...
That's a really shocking statement to come from a Christian pastor.
I can't wrap my mind around
That's why I want the pastor to answer. So in Maryland, where you live, in November, there's going to be a ballot referendum. On the ballot in Maryland is a constitutional provision that would allow a woman through any stage in pregnancy for any reason to choose to end the life of the child. Are you going to vote yes to put that in the Maryland Constitution?
Any stage in pregnancy? So
up
where
to the
does
moment
that...
of birth. All 9 months for any reason.
So as long as the body of the baby is inside the vaginal canal, that's what we're talking about?
Yes, inside of the womb or inside of the vaginal canal. Were you going to say, are you going to vote, Pastor Ryan's going to vote yes? Are you going to vote yes on that?
Oh, I've answered all these questions. My answer is I think that the mother should be allowed to choose.
So you're going to vote yes to put abortion up until the moment of birth in the Maryland Constitution
I'm going to vote yes to allow a mother to choose.
To choose abortion. Well,
I mean,
Tim and I kind of agree that 97% of abortion should be unavailable.
Yeah, elective abortion is wrong.
Do you agree that 97% of abortion should be unavailable?
I think that abortion should be legal if the woman chooses it.
When do you think the child of the womb bears? Because I was looking at some of your past op-eds this week, and you talked about image bearers. When do you think the child in the womb becomes an image bearer of the Creator?
I think I have theological opinions on that, but we're talking about laws.
We're talking about science.
Okay. Well, let's talk about science then.
Do you think a child who you just said could be aborted, it bears the image of God?
That's an unscientific question.
Okay, let me ask you the unscientific question. You just said you would tolerate all of abortions, because I tried to give you an olive branch saying, do you agree that 97%? You said no. So you want all abortions to be legal because you think a mother should get to choose.
Yes.
Do you think those children that are aborted bear the image of our Creator? Do you think they were created in the image of God?
That's not a scientific... You're asking a theological question.
I'm asking you a non-scientific question. Let me ask you a non-scientific question. Do you believe a child who's going to be aborted, who you've just acknowledged, you believe that children can be aborted legally? Yes. Do you believe they bear the image of God?
A human child in the womb?
Yes, a human in the womb. Does that human in the womb bear the image of God?
I think that what you're calling child in the womb is a potential child.
The human, so I won't use the word, if child's triggering, let me not use the word child. The human in the womb.
The potential human in the womb. Well,
no, it's a human because it's not a koala bear. When I have sex with my husband, I can only reproduce one thing. The law of biogenesis guarantees it.
But you're asking me for my opinion, and I'm saying I don't agree with the words you're using. My opinion is that it's a potential human.
So Kristen Hawkins first confronts this guy about a claim that he's making that morality is subjective. And this is really interesting before they get to their next point, because I think that this is a huge, it's a crucial philosophical statement to make while you're also a Christian. It's absolutely antithetical to Christianity to propose that morality is subjective, or it's a personal gauge, right? So as Christians, we understand that morality comes from God, and Christ was here, basically, came into the world to teach us about right and wrong and to set us on the right path and give us a moral North Star to follow as Christians. And that's not really up for debate if you're going to call yourself a Christian. Hey guys, I want to give a quick shout out to our amazing sponsor, Bonner Private Wines Partnership. Do you guys like drinking wine with dinner, but get tired of the overly sugary, mass-produced stuff that you find at the grocery store? Well, let me tell you about something different. Wines from extreme altitudes not only taste better, but are actually better for you. These wines come from up to 9,000 feet in the Andes Mountains of Argentina and are packed with polyphenols and antioxidants, compounds that are known to be good for your heart health and your overall health. What does that mean for you? Wines that are rich in flavor and pure without being full of chemicals and dyes that you'd find in generic wines. Imagine tasting smoky, bold tasting wine in a bottle that is crafted in one of the most remote places in the world. The Bonner Private Wines Partnership makes it easy to get these rare wines. Right now you can save $25 on your first order and get complimentary shipping. Just visit bonnerprivatewines.com/JayWalk to get started. This is a healthier, tastier wine experience you won't want to miss out on. Now let's get back to the video. Now I don't know what denomination this guy is, or maybe, you know, whatever church he's part of. As Roman Catholics, it's pretty clear, and tell me if I'm wrong, if you guys are other maybe Protestant denominations or other denominations, let me know what your thoughts are about this, because I would also say that it's kind of a cornerstone of being conservative. Now, this guy doesn't call himself a conservative, but just to touch on this real quick, most conservatives believe in an objective morality. They have a strong sense of right and wrong. They have a strong sense of the moral good, and they want to model society and their community and our nation after that. Whereas liberals tend to have this subjective view of morality that this guy clearly has, which is kind of like this wishy-washiness. Well, oh, in their opinion, this is okay to do, or in this guy's perspective, you know, he's in the right and we need to be respectful of everybody. Whereas conservatives will say, no, we don't need to be respectful of people who are wrong. We don't need to be respectful of people who are evil or criminal or have the wrong point of view. So this kind of thinking applied to the abortion conversation, you would be led to the conclusion that abortion is either right or wrong, because it either coincides with your moral principles, the moral principles that Christians get from God, or the moral principles that maybe people get from philosophical reasoning, like the ancient Greeks had a system of morality and a system of dialectical thinking about moral questions and ethical questions. So this applied to abortion. You would come into the conclusion that abortion is the removal of a human life. And she says it right, it's human, it's a human life. And there's not really a way that you can dance around that, right? It is a human offspring that's growing in the mother. Now, it seems like this guy is trying to have his cake and eat it too. He's trying to say that this is a decision for every individual person to make, and it can be judged by their own individual sense of morality, which is a subjective morality. And at the same time, he's trying to pass himself off as a Christian, which a Christian believes in God and the morality that was given to us by, again, the Ten Commandments and Jesus Christ. And it's pretty cut and dry. You know, I'm not saying everybody has to be a Christian, but if you're going to call yourself a Christian, then you need to reconcile your sense of morality with theology. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this clip in the comments. And if you like this debate, go check out Students for Life's channel. I'll leave the link in the description so you guys can watch the full scope of the debate. But I thought that this was an interesting thing to touch on here. And I thought Kristen Hawkins did an amazing job throughout this entire conversation, really clarifying where this guy, I think, is just totally confused. So let me know what you thought in the comments. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.